ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनश्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वातिककारमन्यात् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा विबाहुरपरो हरिः अबाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Page number 202. So the third mantra, third shlok, sorry. Third, fourth and fifth we will read. 3 shlokas. तस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः केचिदेव हि अभूतस्य परे धीराः विवदन्तः परस्परं भूतस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः केचिदेव हि अभूतस्य परे धीराः विवदन्तः परस्परं भूतं न जायते किंचित् अभूतं नैव जायते विवदन्तो द्वयाद्येवम् अजातिं खापयन्ति ते भूतं न जायते किंचित् अभूतं नैव जायते विवदन्तो द्वयाद्येवम् अजातिं ख्यापयन्ति ते ख्याप्यमानामजातिं तैः अनुमोदामहे वयं विवदामो न तैः साधम् अविवादं निबोधत ख्याप्यमानाम जातिं तैः अनुमोदामहे वयं विवदामो न तैः साधं अविवादं निबोधत वादं निबोधत. Yesterday we saw how the Mangalacharan was done in the first and second shloka. The first and second shloka are what? Are Tatvik Namaskar. If you remember, it was Tatvik Namaskar because the Namaskar was done in the form of Advait only. So Advait Sarupena, if you remember the line that was on page number 199. 199 page number second line. Tatra Advaita Darshana Sampradaya Kartuhu Advaita Swarupeneva. Namaskar Artha Ayam Adya Shloka. So because it was doing the namaskar to that Advaita Darshan Sampradaya Kartuhu. That is why the namaskar was Advaita Namaskar. So what is Advaita Namaskar? The Tattva Tatvik Namaskar. The Tattva Namaskar. So it was said that everything, yet the three things are equal. Atma, mind, and then Bhut, all the jivas. Okay, if you remember, you must have revised a little bit. So, all the three are connoting the same thing. What? The Atma only. So, everything here is Atma and it was compared to Akashopamam and Gaganopamam. Akash Kalpena and Gaganopamam. Just like Akash. So, why Akash example was taken? Because it is very close to the example of Atma. Only one thing is extra. Extra I am telling because the more other qualities in a thing, the less pervasive it becomes. These principles are not new for us all because we have been hearing this since a long time. The more other qualities in anything, the lesser pervasive it becomes. So when we start dropping anything, pervasiveness starts increasing. I hope this point is clear. And so it was mentioned that only one point is extra in Akash, that is the Jadatva. The Jadatva is more and the Atma does not have the Jadatva in that. So this point only varies. So that is why it was compared to the Atma. So in this way, the three things, the Jeev, the holder, the holder of the body is also all pervasive. The Tatvik, the essence of the holder. I'm not talking about the Jeev as in the five things that consist of a Jeev. I'm not talking about that thing. I'm talking about the essence of the Jeev, that is the Atma only. The mind. How does the mind act? Pratibodha Viditam. Pratibodha Viditam Matam. In that mantra also in Kenopanishad, we had seen that with every pratibodh, with every bodh, it takes us to the same Atma only, same knowledge, because otherwise mind is also jad. It is also made up of a Panchikrit Panchamahabhut, then it cannot have knowledge at all. If it is having knowledge, it is having sentiency, it is borrowed from the Atma only. So Gyan also, mind also, Dharman, that is the Jeev also, and the Atma also, all are the same things. So here Tatvik Namaskar was done. Who? To whom? To the one who knows all these three are one. Sambuddha Tam. One who knows that these three things are the same, which cannot differ, which cannot be different. I am offering my pranams to that person. So this was our Tatvik Namaskar. And this was also propounding the Amani Bhav. Amani Bhav means what? We remember from 31st to 39 Shlok of last Advaita Prakaran. It was said Mani Bhav was there. Please revise all these things. Manasoya Mani Bhave Dvaitam Naivopalabhyate Atma Satyat Bodhena Na Sankalpate Yada. From here till 39 Shlok. अस्पर्श योग वैनाम दूरदर्श सर्व योगिनी योगिनो बिभ्यति यस्मात् अभय भयदर्शिक. Till here, page number 175 to 186 was a Mani Bhav. That means not that the mind is absent, but how the mind is negated, fully negated. It is there, it is seen, but seen as negated. Its importance is lost. The snake is there without the fangs. So it is not poisonous anymore. There is no point to get scared of. So this was a reflection of Amani Bhav also in that. Then we saw in the second shloka of this Alatshanti that it was said the pranam was done here, or namaskar was done here to the Brahma Vidya. And some 5, 6 points were given here also in this shloka. Like the name was given, if you see, Asparsha Yoga. First thing is, the name given is Asparsha Yoga. So this Advaita Yoga has got 5 things that has been mentioned here. First was Asparsha Yoga. Second was said, it is Sarva Sattva Sukhahita. It is Sarva Sattva Sukha. Sukha, it gives a lot of joy. Then third was Hitakari, Hit also. Some things are with Sukha but does not give us the Hit. Something are giving us Hit but they are not very Sukhakari. But here both are mentioned. It is Hitakari to all. It means here moksha. I am to Sukho Hitascha. This line I had told you was important. Then Avivadaha. It is Avivadaha. The second line of Avivadaha. And what? Aviruddhascha. And it is Aviruddhaha. So these 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points were mentioned about this Brahma Vidya. That I offered Tam Namami Aham. I offered my namaskar to that Brahma Vidya also. That will take me, it is a ladder that takes me to my real essence, which I have lost. I've lost something in this world, and we are all searching for that thing. Unknowingly or knowingly, we all are searching. We all are searching for that thing, and whenever, see, there are in tits and bits, sometimes that desire comes in front of us. Like I tell you, if I want to know something, like if I mute myself just now, and I keep on saying, I just mute myself just now, and then you say, I'm not able to listen to you, I'm not able to hear you. What is this thing that comes in your mind? Because you want to know what is going on. When you want to know something that is going on and something is being barred from you, something is being stopped and it is not given to you, that means there is an inner tendency of knowing, of knowledge. That knowledge is nothing but that Atma. I want to live permanently. I don't want to die. What is this state? This is again borrowed from that Atma only, because the Atma is of the nature of undying. It is permanent, it does not die. It is neither born, neither does for death. So I also have that thing. I want to have joy through all the things. I want to have joy in all places, at all time, through all people, without doing anything, for a long time, for always, every time. It should not be small, it should not be temporary. This again is my nature. So, whatever these things, when it reflects, this is a reflection of actually my being that Atma. Because I am that, that is why I reflect that thing. Whatever I am, I will reflect. If a person, suppose, is born in a very rich family, he's born, suppose, in a palace, he has got a royal blue blood, then all the things that he will be doing, he will be interacting, that will be reflecting his inner nature. isn't it? Similarly, if a boy is from the slums, naturally when he will interact, his behavior will be like that. So whatever is one's innate tendencies, that will be reflected through his actions. So taking this as a principle, if we make this as a principle, then all these things that are reflected in our interactions, in our daily interactions, in our mind, through our body, through our thoughts, through our vision, you can get glimpses of what you are. Those are the glimpses of the innate nature or the essence of that Atma that we are. So we are everybody are actually, we want this again. This is a ladder for us to go to fulfill our desire. What our desire is, this world cannot fulfill this desire. So here he is offering namaskar to this Brahma Vidya. You remember in Kenopanishad also, the story with which the Kenopanishad ended was this Brahma Vidya only, Hemamba. Remember Uma Amba. Uma ji came, who was decked up in all gold, gold, gold. And she was the one who told Indra that the person, the Yaksha, is not a very, not some very commoner or some person, human being. He is that Brahma only. Who was this Uma Amma or Uma Amba? Who was this? She was again Brahma Vidya. So she's the one who will take us or introduce us to our own self. So that is why this prostration is very important. We should know actually what Brahma Vidya does. So these five points we should remember. First is Asparsha. What is Asparsha? When Gyanis talk amongst themselves, they have given it another name called Asparsha Yoga. Then it is what? It is Sarva Sukha. It gives a lot of happiness. It is Hitkari also. It is Avivadaha. There's no Vivad about it. And Aviruddhasya, it does not have any opponent also because it is not opposing in it. So these are the 5 points that we should remember. Now let us come to the third shlok that says Bhutasya. Now this also we had actually taken. Please revise with me and take it again. भूतस्य जातिमिच्छन्ति वादिनः केचिदेव हि अभूतस्य परे धीराः विवदन्तः परस्परम्. The first line is talking about Sankhya and the second line is talking about Nyaya. Remember? So the first line is saying Bhutasya jatim ichanti. Here Bhutasya means whatever is born, whatever is seen, vidyamanasya, whatever is present, whatever is available. You can put any name to that, whatever is there. This is the key word, bhutasya. Because in the second line it is abhutasya. Compare. Abhutasya means that is not vidyaman. That is absent. Something is not present. So the first line depicts the philosophy of Sankhya, which says that whatever is there, Bhutasya, Vidyamanasya, whatever is Vidyaman, Ichanti Vadina Kechidevahi. Now Kechit, Ke, Kah Kau Ke. It goes like that. Kah Kau Ke. Kaschit, Kauchit, Kauschit, Kechit. It will go like that. Kah Kau Ke. So Kechit, some people, some Vadinaha, some philosophers, here Sankhya, they sedulists say that Vidyamanasya, whatever is there was already there, that was there. It manifested. And Abhutasya apare dhiraha vivadanta parasparam. And some people say that it was not there, the effect was not there, it manifested. This is the Nyaya philosophy. The saying that it was not there, it came out later on. So there are two Vad, Sat Karyavad and Asat Karyavad. So Satkaryabhat says what? Satkaryabhat says that the karya, the effect that is seen, the effect was already there. We have made a pot out of the mud, but the pot was already there in the mud, and that is why we could give the shape of that pot in the mud. If it was not there, we wouldn't be able to give the shape. We cannot give shape to the sand. So in the sand it is not there because it is a, we can take out butter from the milk. We cannot take out butter from oil because it was already there. This is their logic. Because it is very easy to get confused. When we go into the Nyaya philosophy again, they have their such points that will again get confused if we look into Nyaya. So it is better to listen to both of them and fix our seat where we are. So this was the contention of the Samkhya philosophy that said that already the pot was there in the mud, and that is why we could design the mud into a pot. Now this Nyaya people said, Nyaya said that if it was already there, why won't you use that mud only as a pot? Why make pot? Why shape it? Why do so much of effort? You are saying it was already available. Use the mud only as pot. Fill water in the mud. Show me how will you fill the water in the mud? Well, no, we cannot fill water in the mud. Then that is why I'm telling you that the pot is not there. Pot is absent in the mud. So in this way, they both are cutting each other. Vivadanta, that is why they both are cutting each other. They both are opposing each other. Parasparam. One is saying that the object was there. One is saying the object was not there. If you remember, there were 3 or 4 karan. One was the Upadan karan. Nyaya uses, Sankhya uses Upadan karan and Nimitta karan as 2 karan. Upadan karan is what? The mud. And Nimitta karan is what? The potter. You remember. These are easy things, easy terminologies. So the potter is the one, Nimitta efficient cause, Nimittic karan, who is making the pot through the mud. The mud is the material cause or the Upadan karan. Now, this Nyaya people, they have brought into another word. They said, I don't agree with the Upadan current word. I will coin a new word called Samavai. Remember? Who will give me the definition of Samavai? Who will give me the definition of Samavai? Samavai Sambandha. We had seen this in this also and last also. In Panchadashi also we saw. Unmute yourself and tell me what is Samavai Sambandha? How does it work? It is very close to Upadan Karan. Come on, fast. What is Samavai Sambandha? Cannot forget so fast. Hmm? Okay, can you give me the principle? Just give me the principle. What happens? Unmute yourself and tell. Just remember the principle if you don't remember the. Yes, Naranji, you can unmute yourself and tell him. Unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. Naranji, unmute yourself.
Body and 5 elements.
But what happens? That is the Upadan Karan also. What is the difference? Body and 5 elements are Upadan Karan also, because this body is made up of 5 elements. You're right. I'm not saying, but what is the main thing there? How do they define? The example is perfect.
One bina body.
Tell. Sachinji was saying something.
Body is destroyed.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
And what is not destroyed?
Atma.
Five elements.
Five elements. Five
Yes.
elements. Very good. So one is destroyed, one is not destroyed. In Samavai Sambandh, they define it as two things are there. One thing is destroyed, another thing is not destroyed. One thing that is destroyed is completely dependent on the other thing that is not destroyed. This is Samavai. Amongst the two, Tayoho, amongst the two, Ekaha Avinashyata, one is not destroyed. Aparashritam eva, and the other one that is getting destroyed is completely dependent on the thing that is not destroyed. So here, five elements are not destroyed. Body is completely dependent on the five elements that are not destroyed. This is called Samavaisam. Okay, so this is so please remember these points. These points are important because Bhashyakar has many a times, and when we are refuting these philosophies, we need these terminologies to be known because they have used this terminology as Samavaisam. They say, see, it is very near to Upadan Karan. Upadan Karan also is the same thing. But this point that one is indestructible and another is destroyed, this is the main thing that they have taken into consideration. And then there is Sanyoga Sambandha. What is Sanyoga Sambandha? Sanyoga Sambandha means two different objects are there and one who makes it, one is called the current Karan. There are two different objects. There are two different threads, suppose. When we have to make a cloth, when we have to make a cloth. So cloth is woven by different threads. If we go to a weaver, we will see so many threads are there on that weaving machine. So when these two threads are continuously woven into each other, one who joins these two threads is called current Karan. One more thing, we had seen Upadan Karan, we have seen Naimittik Karan, we have seen a Samavai Karan, and now it is Karan Karan. Karan Karan means what? One who is joining both of them, joining the two threads or joining the maybe the body and the five elements. He is called the Karan Karan. Any effect is born out of these various Karan. Okay, so Karan Karan. So in this way, we have seen this. So Nyaya says that any effect was not there at all. And this one, Sankhya says that no, the Karan was already there. So if any effect was not there in its cause, this is called Asat Karyavad. Asat Karyavad. Not Satkar. Sat Karyavad is the Sankhya that says that the Karya is Sat. Very easy to remember. The Karya, the effect, the pot was already there. So he is saying Sat. So Karya was Sat. So Sat Karyavad and this is Asat Karyavad. So Nyaya definition of Karya is what? They are saying that the effect was not there at all and completely new effect was got. So what is the definition of birth? What is the definition of death? Can you tell me? हाँ
स्थूल शरीर और सूक्ष्म शरीर का जो सेपरेट हो जाता है, सूक्ष्म शरीर
ठीक है, आपको याद है नारायण जी, आपने एक बार प्रागा भाव, प्रध्वंसा भाव, ये सब याद किया था। उस वाले,
Pradhamsa.
हाँ उस वाले उसमें डिफाइन करिए. This is correct only what you said, that the Sukshma Sharir, Sthul Sharir, they get separated. But now I want to use these terminologies to explain birth and death. What is birth and what is death? What happens during birth? Tell me.
Oh, Praga Bhav, no? Okay.
हाँ, प्रागा भाव. What happens to
Pradhamsa
praga
Bhav.
bhav? Yes, pradhvansa bhav in mrityu. Praga bhav, what happens? Praga bhav finishes. Praga bhav in birth, just try to see the technologies, technical terms. Praga bhav means what? Prior absence. So prior absence finishes. That is called birth.
Right.
Praga bhav ka ant. Praga bhav has stopped. Praga bhav has finished. Praga bhav ka ant ho gaya. So that is called birth. And death is what? Beginning of pradhvansa bhav. Forever that pradhvansa bhav has started. So now these people, the Nyaya people, they are defining this effect as what? Prag abhav pratiyogitvam karyatvam. Prag abhav, it was not there, it is born now. What? That effect, karyatvam. So they are defining this. See, you all should maintain one definition copy. Huh? I will check anytime. I will ask you to bring that definition copy and I will sign it. So you all should have a beautiful definition copy made, because I'm giving you so many definitions and these definitions help us in meditation, in our manana. So prag abhav pratiyogitvam. Pratiyogitvam, which wasn't existing before, has started to exist now. Pratiyogitva, pragabha pratiyogitva. Huh? This is called what? This is a definition of karya, of effect of the Nyaya people. Because it is asat karyavadi. It is saying that it was not there before. It started, just started. So what was not there as it was not? Why it was not there? According to them, it was not there only because it was not seen. So as per them, whatever is seen exists. If it is not seen, it is not existing. Remember this point. This is an important point for them. Whatever is seen is existing for them because the pot was not seen in the mud. They are saying agocharatva. So because it is agochar, because it is shabda agochar, because it is pratyaya agochar, that is why it is not there. It is absent. It is asat. The moment it is seen, it has come into existence. So when gocharatvam happens, when gochar means you understand, na? When my indriyas are able to perceive it, at that time it has come into existence. Otherwise, it is not existing at all. So Sankhya asked, if something is not there, how can something come out? Then from anything will be able to come out. How is that possible? Your logic, where are you applying your logic? From anything will come out. From a tree, an animal will come out. From an animal, a tree can come out. From a human being, an animal can come out. Because it's not there. So it is asat karma, they are both are opposing each other and they are cutting each other. So we do not need to worry. So if from absent, if something is absent, how can something present come out? It's not possible. Anything will come out then. So that is what they are saying. So that is why pot was existing. In fact, is nothing but pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam. They say that pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam. When I am able to see that is the effect, according to Nyaya. Pratiti gocharatvam. So I have given you two definitions. First is what? Prag abhav pratiyogitvam karyatvam. and pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam. Pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam. Whatever is seen, they say that that is there. If it is not seen, it is not there. And these people, Sankhya, they will say Vyavhar Gocharatvam Karyatvam. Whatever is Vyavhar Gocharatva, that is Karya for them. If because the pot was there in the mud already, but it was not Vyavhar Gocharatva. We cannot do Vyavhar, we cannot interact with the mud as we can interact with the pot. So for them, effect is Vyavhara Gocharatvam. In the moment we can interact with a thing, we can use a thing as per our desire. That moment, that effect has come into existence for them. I hope this point is clear. So Vyavhar Gocharatvam Karyatvam is the definition of Karya by Sankhya. And pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam is the definition by Nyaya. And Nyaya has given one more thing, prag abhav pratyogitvam karyatvam. So these are the three definitions that we have to remember. Okay, again, Nyaya has given two, pratiti gocharatvam karyatvam. And prag abhav pratyogitva karyatva. These are the two definitions of Nyaya of the effect. And Sankhya says when it comes to Vyavhar, then only it is Gocharatva. Vyavhar Gocharatva karyatva. Only when we can interact with that, I say that the effect has come into existence. If the effect is not interactionable, I don't know this word. So if it is not, we are not able to interact with that, then I don't think that that effect has come into existence. This is what the scientific say. So these are the two contentions we have to remember. So now let us see the Bhashyam, what it has to say, and then we will go ahead. Page number 202. Second paragraph. Katham dvaitina parasparam viruddhyanta iti. Now, in what way are this dvaiti, this dualists, they are opposing each other, that has been said. Bhutasya, the first word, Bhutasya, that means Vidyamanasya, whatever is Vidyaman. Vidyaman means what? Pragabhav rahitasya, whatever does not have Pragabhav, that has started its existence, Vidyamanasya. Vastunah jatim utpattim icchanti vadinah. Vastunah jatim. Jatim means what? Utpattim, birth. Jati means utpattim. Icchanti vadinah. Full stop. Full stop. So they say, what do they say? They say that these things, vastunah, they have a birth. They have a birth. Vadinah. Kechadeva hi Sankhya na sarva eva dvaitinah. There are some Sankhya, not all the dualists are like that. Kechadeva hi Sankhya. Not all the dualists agree upon this. There are some dualists that agree on this point. There are some Sankhyas, Kechadeva hi Sankhya. Na sarva eva dvaitinah. Not all the dualists, only some Sankhya people, they say that this is like that. That it comes from the thing, so it was already there, and so it has come. Now, next line. Yasmat, because Yasmat, abhutasya, you have to read it properly. It is not bhutasya, it is abhutasya, Yasmat. Yasmat has got halant, and so there has to be a there. Yasmat abhutasya avidyamanasya apare. The particular object was absent. That is not there. That is absent because it was not seen. That is why it is absent. Avidyamanasya apare. Vaisheshikaha. Nyayikascha. So Nyaya and Vaisheshik, they both agree on this point. They have the similar principle of saying that This was not present earlier and it has come out later on. Dhiraha. Next word, dhiraha. Dhiraha means what? Dhimantaha. Dhimantaha. Because they are not, they use such logics. Why are they called dhiraha by Gaurpadacharji, Karikakar? Because they use such ticklish logics. That is why he's calling them dhiraha. Dhiraha, dhimantaha. They have lot of buddhi, they have lot of intellect, they have lot of logics, they can cut us easily. So that is why, and I don't know why they don't understand this point. Pragya abhimanina ityatha. They have abhiman of intellect. Pragya abhimani. They have a lot of abhiman on their intellect that having buddhi is okay, but not checking its consonance with the scriptures, that is wrong. We should continuously check whether it is aligned with the principles of the Vedas or not. Whatever I'm saying, whatever my logics are, whatever I'm convinced of, I should be completely matching the principles of the Vedas. If it is not in alignment, then that should be dropped easily. That a seeker should have. This tendency, if a seeker does not have, then he is Abhiman. Pragya Abhimani Ityarthaha. And then what happens? Vivadanto Viruddham Vadanto. They are arguing with each other. And he Anyo Anyam Icchanti Jetum Ityabhipraya. Jetum Icchanti. They want to win over each other. They want to conquer each other through their logics, through their Shastrartha, through their different vision, philosophies, etc. Both of them are wrong and they are cut by others also. So in this way, they both try to win over each other and cut each other. So this was our third shlok that was important. What is important here is the Satkaryavad and the Asatkaryavad. They both are cutting each other. Now let us come to the fourth one and see what is it saying. Bhutam na jayate kinchit. We have already read this. Bhutam na jayate kinchit. Abhutam naiva jayate. Vivadanto dvaya hi evam ajatim khyapayantite. te. The first line is of Nyay. The first line is of Nyay. Bhutam na jayate. What was already there? Bhutam na jayate kinchit. What was already there? How can it be born? Nyaya says like that. If we are saying to Sankhya, that if you are saying that it is already there, the what was already there in the mind, then what is born? Nothing is born. It is already there. Abhutam naiva jayate. Whatever is not born cannot be born at all. What is not born at all cannot be born at all. Now Vedant comes. Second line is Vedant. Vivadanto dvaya hi evam ajatim khyapayantite. te. Both of you are proving that birth is not there at all. Isn't it? See, logically, both of them are proving what? That birth is not there. Think about it. Sankhya, it is saying that the thing is already there. If something is already there, what will be born? Nothing can be born because the karya is already there. The birth is not there. Nyaya says that if it is not there, something cannot be born like that. Then how birth is there? Birth cannot be there only. So nothing is born. Both of them are actually proving our Vedantic point of view that birth is a myth. Birth is not a reality. Birth cannot take place. How beautifully he has said. Think these are all shlokas for Manan. These are all shlokas to negate our body, to negate the importance of our body so much that we have created that we feel sometimes the pangs of fear, the pangs of sorrow, the pangs of death, the pangs of tension, worries, all these trouble us a lot. At that time, we should sit on our meditation seats and try to think about if I was really born. And if it is born, what is born? if my body is born, because we just now proved in Samavai Sambandha, this will destroy. Body will destroy. But what will not destroy is the five elements. So in the form of five elements, actually my body was already there. But I am not the body. Body may be born, body may have taken a shape, but it was already there in another form, in another five elements. It was already there. In a graveyard, I told you. in a graveyard near the Ganges, there was a graveyard cremation ground and everything, and there a lot of pumpkins were growing. So people, people used to say that my body will be converted to some pumpkin and people will have. This is the form because five elements in my body at present are in this body. Now another time maybe some pumpkin will be born. This five element will go in that pumpkin and it will be eaten by somebody. So all the exchange program is going on. Oh, how can I say this body as mine? It's not mine at all. It's continuously changing. And if I say it is born, then then this logic, how will you prove? If it is born, that means it should not be there. Through Nyaya also try to prove, and through Sankhya also try. Both he will prove that this birth is not possible. It's very interesting from both the angles. So Bhutam, because first line they're saying Bhutam na jayate kinchin. What was already there, if you're saying already it is not born, and if it is not there, then how can it be? Both of them, they are actually telling us the same thing. So let us see the fourth Bhashya. तैहि एवं विरुद्धवत् अनेन अन्य पक्ष प्रतिषेधं कुर्वद्भिः किं ख्यापितं भवति इति. By those, तैहि एवं, by those, by contradicting each other, viruddha by contradicting each other, anya paksha pratisheddha, by contradicting each other, they're cutting each other, kurvadvihi, kim khyapitam bhavati, what are they actually trying to establish? Let us try to find out that. Uchyate, it is said, bhutam vidyamanas manam vastu na jayate. Now this is the contention of Nyaya. What are they saying is that something that is something already there cannot be born. Vidyamanam vastu na jayate. What is already there that cannot be born. Kinchit vidyamanatvad eva atmavad iti evam. Because it is already there like the Atma. So Atma cannot be born. Atma cannot be born because it's already there. It has slowly, Bhagwan Vashikar has taken us to Atma. Slowly, because he's giving the example of Atma. He's saying that like the Atma was already there, like the, if you say the pot was already there in the mud, the pot is not born. Similarly, the Atma was already there, it cannot be born. Vad, Vadan, Asadvadi. Asadvadi is what now? You got the word? Vadan, Asadvadi. To break it. Vadan, Asad. Vadan means while saying. It is present like Jivan, Hadan, Gachan, Pralapan, Visajan, Rennan, Nunvishan, Nimishan, Nabi. There's one Shlok in chapter 5 verse. This is present continuous. While saying like this, who? Asadvadi, the Nyaya people. Sankhya Paksham Pratishedati Satjanma. So they are actually opposing the Sankhya. Sankhya says what? Satjanma. So Sankhya says what? That word is Satjanma. Prakabhav Rahit ka Janma. Pratishedati Satjanma. Sankhya says that the thing was already there, so it cannot be born. No. So Sankhya says that already it was there. So Pragabhav Rahit, it is without any Pragabhav. So Pragabhav Rahit ka janma. Pragabhav Rahit ka janma ho gaya. So Tatha Abhutam. Now Sankhya says what? Tatha Abhutam Avidyamanam Avidyamanatvat Naiva Jayate. Who is not there. Sankhya says that what is not there, abhutam, avidyamana, which is completely absent. How can it be born? Naiva jayate, that is completely absent, cannot be born. He's giving example like shash visharnavat iti evam, like the horn of the hare. Have you seen a rabbit with a horn? Rabbit with a horn. Well, no, it is not existing at all. Shash means rabbit. Vishan means horn. So the rabbit does not have a horn on its head. So like it is not there at all, how can we say that the horn was born from the rabbit? Vad iti evam vadan Sankhya. Sankhyopya sadvadi paksham asad janma pratishedati. So these people are contradictory. The Nyaya people and Nyaya is contradicting Sankhya. Vivadantah, both are saying birth is not possible. Vivadanta viruddha vadantah, dvaya, vaitinah api etena, anyo anyasya paksho, sad sato janmani pratishedhanto, ajatim anupattim artha, khyaapayanti prakashayanti te. So both of them are actually negating that this janma is not possible at all. Because one is saying that if it was already there, it cannot be born. The second is saying that if it is not there, how can something be born? It is not there. So nothing is born, he said. So viruddhanta vadanta dvaya dvaitina apiyete anyo anyasya paksho sad sator janmani pratishedantah ajatim anutpattim arthat khyaapayanti prakashayanti. They are both. Vedanta says that pratiti and apratiti both are false. If it is seen and if it is not seen, both are false. So that is why that substratum on which everything is seen, that is only the reality. The substratum on which everything is seen, only that is the reality, whether it is seen or unseen. Everything we count in Mithyakamut. Everything is temporary. So birth is not possible here. So we are negating that birth. We know that the substratum only is the reality. So aheyam anupadeyam should be the birth is the truth. And birth is what? Birth is heyam and upadeyam. Truth is what? Aheyam anupadeyam. Truth is, if you remember these two words, please do not forget. We had seen in detail in Kenovich. Aheyam and anupadeyam. It cannot be something that cannot be taken, something that cannot be rejected, given up also. That is our nature. So aheyam and anupadeyam, that cannot be taken, that cannot be given up. That is our nature. That is the truth. So birth is what? Birth is taken and birth is dropped also. That is heyam, upadeyam. So that is not our nature. So Vedanta considers that even if something is seen or even if something is not seen, both are false. They are considered false. They are not truth. But Sankhya people say that whatever is born, it is Sat. No, it was already there. Sat Karyavat. So it was already there with the mud and it is born. And Nyaya people say that if it was already there, then how can something be born? It was already there. The pot was already there. Then how can you say that there is birth? So both of them are cutting the birth pointer. They are both saying the same thing, propagating that birth is false. Both of them. So it is good for us. They are making our work easy. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now let us see the fifth one also. Khyapyam anam khyapyamanam ajatim taihi anumodamahe vayam. What these two controversies are saying? Khyapyam anam, khyapyam anam ajatim taihi anumodamahe vayam. I am proving that whatever these both are, these two controversies are, let me prove what they are saying. Vivadamo nataihi. We don't argue with them. Let them prove each other, let them cut each other, let them prove whatever is right. Sardham avivadam nibodhata. That self which has no vivad, we should know that self. So here it is saying that that self that is without any vivad, one should know that and one should drop these other things. So let me see the Bhashyam on page number 204. Taihi evam khyapyamanam ajatim evam astu iti anumodamahe kevalam. So by them, by the Sankhya, Taihi Evam. Taihi means what? By them. By who? By the Sankhya and by the Nyaya people. Khyapyamanam ajatim evam, propounding that birthlessness, is what astu evam anumodamahe. Let them be like that. Anumodamahe. I am approving both of them. I'm approving both of them. Kevalam na taihi sardham vivadama. I'm not going to argue with them. Sardham goes with sardham is an avyay. It is undeclinable. It goes with diya always. So taihi sardham, with them, along with them. Along with them, I'm not going to vivadama. I'm not going to argue. Paksha Pratipaksha Grahanena, by taking one side and opposing other side, I'm not going to do all those things. That's a sheer waste of time. Yatha te anyo anyam iti abhipraya. Like they are arguing, let them argue. Ataha tam avivadam vivadarahitam parmartha darshanam anugyatam asmabhihi nibodhata he shishyaha. He shishyaha, he is talking to his disciples. He's saying that you all should know that what the Parmartha Darshanam Anugyatam Asmabhi. The actual self should be known. Don't fall into this pits of argumentations and logics and cutting each other, Shastrartha saying this, saying that. Don't fall into all these snares of arguments. What you should do, you should continuously think about the Parmartha Darshan, the self that is unmodifying, unchanging, birthless, deathless, timeless, spaceless. That Paramartha Darshan should be thought about. So don't go into other areas of arguments. He is telling his Shishya, hey Shishyaha, hey disciples, oh disciples, take your mind, concentrate your mind only on the Paramartha Darshan, Vivada that is without any opposition. That does not have any opposition. You go into that knowledge only, knowledge of that absolute self. That only should be known. So here we have seen till fifth Shlok, sixth, sixth, seventh. Sixth, seventh, eighth Shlok have come earlier also. Okay, so from sixth we will see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha.